Hello, hello, hello. Alright, let me figure out if I'm live in the right spot. Okay. You can pull up comments. Hi, Amanda. Am I in the group? Can you please tell me if I'm in the group, Amanda? I have the biggest fear of being live on the regular page, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. But then it just popped up. Baby, will you check your page? Because look. What does this say this? I hope, yes I am. And is it the page or is it my personal page? Because last time I went live from my personal page and then it wouldn't let you comment. So is it Teal Moon? Okay. Not your personal page. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I'm ready now. Just didn't want people to not be able to comment. Let me get my phone propped up here so I can see comments. Make sure my volume's up all the way. Okay. I think I'm ready now. Alright guys, so this month we're going to do the Hey Boo. Some of you wanted traditional, some of you wanted non-traditional, so I'm going to do both. I'm only going to paint one tonight, but I am going to paint them both ways just so you guys can see and decide for yourself which one you like better. I just think this is the cutest design. If I'm getting going and you have any questions, let me know. As always, if you're watching the replay and you have questions, as always, let me know. I'm here to help. I'm going non-traditional for the video because I love the pink ghost. I'm on the bandwagon of the pink Halloween. So I'm going to do dragon fruit. Dragon fruit and cotton candy in the deco art. Dragon fruit and cotton candy, and then I just have black, white, and gray. Of course, I went ahead and sprayed my ghost white with spray paint because you know how I love white spray paint. It's crisp. I am going to go over the lines and add a little bit of shadowing with gray just to make the ghost more dimensional. But other than that, I'm just doing dark pink, light pink, black, white, gray. I will say when I do the other one, I'm undecided. I think I'm probably going to do maybe orange, green, and purple. Not for sure yet, but I'm definitely going to do both. One traditional, one non-traditional. Okay, first thing we're going to start with is this background. I'm going to tilt you guys down just a little so you can see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see me and I think I have you too close. Let me see if I can scoot my desk. Hold on. There we go. I'm just going to scoot my desk back so you can see both. I know you can't really see all that much, but I want you to be able to see. I want you to be able to see some. Okay. For this one, for the background, you can use like a painter's tape if you want to tape off your lines so that they're crisp. I may do that. This one may require a bigger brush. I mean, you can use a smaller one and just take a little longer. I'm going to use these bigger ones, and I'm going to do dark pink, light pink, and every other one. Alright, if you're hopping on, say hi, because I like to know who I'm talking to so I'm not alone. I'm not alone. What have you guys been up to today? I got to watch the Bengals win, barely. Okay, I'm going to take these off. So I'm going to do every other one. And I tape over the line because I just don't like paint down in the crack of the shiplap. So on mine, I'm going to tape over the line. Let's see. This part doesn't take that long. It just makes it a lot easier to like, you don't have to be so precise. And of course my cart's too close now because I moved my table back. Hopefully y'all can still hear me because the air is blaring and the machines are going. Alright, I need to concentrate before I paint the wrong. This one's going to go pretty quick. I mean, there's not a whole lot to this. I mean, you could make it a whole lot to this, but I am probably going to keep it simple because I like clean, crisp lines. You could definitely, for the background, you could do some really fun colors if you wanted to do like each line a different color. I'm excited to see what you guys do with these because you can do a lot of different things as far as Halloween. And I'm not really a spooky Halloween type. I do like, the ghosts are definitely in this year. I mean, you see them everywhere you go. Everywhere. Okay, let me make sure I got the right ones. And sometimes, just from experience, because I've done this, I put a piece of tape on the one that I'm not supposed to be painting. Because guess what? I've painted the wrong ones before. Because when you get it up like this, you can't hardly tell what's what, and you just start painting. So I always put a piece of tape on the ones that I'm not supposed to paint. Just from experience. Alright. Dark pink first. And you could even do this like distressed. Like distressed pink or distressed colors. Yes, it was Amanda. And the addition is coming along slowly but surely. We're in our busy season, obviously, so it's like really hard. We did finish putting up the metals. We got the room closed in. And we got it pretty workable. We have one machine that we still need to hook up, but it needs a part, so he hasn't been in a rush. So it's just an extra machine that we have that we want to get running. So we still have to do that. We still have to put a ceiling in. Right now we just have insulation, and we still have to put the floor in. It's just concrete, but obviously usable. And like it's been so much more efficient having this addition. More room. It's all working out. Okay, I'm gonna see what it looks like distressed before I make it solid, but I don't know. I'm unsure. Okay, so here, it's kind of distressed. It doesn't look bad. I'm probably gonna make it solid. And with these brushes, I don't know why, like the first coat, I'll go wide with it like this, but then if you want to make it more streamlined, I use it in the opposite direction and just back and forth. Okay, I'm loving the pink. I love the pink Halloween. And to be honest, you don't even really have to paint the whole thing because the ghosts are going to go on top of it. You can see like the lines are etched in the background, so you don't really have to paint where the ghosts are. So I might not, just make it quicker. There is like a little spot in between, like where they connect, and then of course behind the letters. And I even love the little groovy font. I just love this. I think it's so adorable. Now the key with the painter's tape though is like you don't want to put like a big glob of paint and then like press hard and smush it underneath it. I always just do like real lightly by the tape, and then the other parts you can do whatever. But I try not to push too hard on that tape, and that's what allows me to have like crisp lines without paint going over it. I mean, you can always touch it up with the other color paint, but okay. I am too, Amanda. I am too. I love the pink. Alright. I think that's it for that line, and then we got one more. See, I told you this one's not going to be that hard. And did you get your spooky season, Amanda? Your little extra winning from the release? Was my painting up to par for you? And my husband packed it up, and I was like, I forgot to sign the back of it. I was like, what a lost opportunity. I had a chance to autograph it, and I forgot. Oh, good. I love that one. We had a show this past weekend, and people were loving that design. I love the colors on that, the orange and the purple. It definitely stands out. We had several people buy that this weekend. Okay. I think I got all the parts. Just one little one. And I'm gonna set this aside and work on the letters, just because I don't want to take the tape off until the paint is dry, because I've done that too, and it just is much crisper if you wait till the paint is dry. Oh, I forgot a little spot. Okay, so you get one line done, set it aside. Back there. Okay, and then I'm going to work on these ghosties. I'm going to put some gray little shading lines on it. And again, this is white spray paint. I just find it works better. It's crisp, it's solid. And then I'm going to take, for the highlights, I'm going to take a brush that I find that these angled brushes, these work really good for like following lines. I know, man, I forgot to sign it. I was so bummed. My husband packed it up, and I was like, did you already pack up Amanda's one? He's like, yeah, it's packed up. I'm like, ooh, I forgot. Alright, so on this one, I'm just following the lines, the edge lines that are already there with gray. You don't have to do this part. I don't know. I like it. I feel like it adds character to the ghost, instead of just being like plain white. This part, it doesn't have to be perfect, because you want it to be like, you know, like a little ghosty. Yeah, exactly. Alright. Did you and your sister get all caught up on your stuff, Amanda? Are you all painted up? My sister-in-law wants me to come to her house for her birthday and do a paint party, and they're gonna do like hibachi and do a paint night type thing. And she actually asked me to paint with them, and I'm like, I paint a lot, but I've never, like, I always put on paint parties and everyone else gets to have a good time, so I'm kind of looking forward to, although, will I even get to paint my own stuff by the time I'm helping everyone else? I don't know. We'll see. But it would be nice to just have a nice paint night with people, not for orders. Oh, good. Oh, how long was she there with you? I always forget that she doesn't live by you. Okay. Can you give this, I'm going to run it along the edge a little bit. Actually, so I always find taking if you want to do the very edge, not a line, I always find a sponge is easier. So I'm just going to run it along the perimeter. And again, you don't have to do this part, I just like it. I feel like it gives it some character. Yeah, I messed up on one part and I can't get it clean. I'm gonna have to make my line thicker. That's what you do if you mess up and you can't get it to wipe off. Just make your line thicker. Okay, on this part, once I outline it, then I'm just taking my brush, like, it's pretty dry. The paint's almost gone. And then I just start just adding a couple little, I'll show you, like faint lines, I guess you would call them. And it just makes it, hold on, it's hard to explain. So, see how I, see how there's like a faint line right there? So the darker part is where it's etched, and then I just take it when it's almost out of paint, and then just start lightly, just where it gives him a little character. And once he gets his eyeballs and he's holding his letters, it'll all play into it too. Yeah, I know, I thought so too with the hibachi. I don't know who's going to cook it while we paint, but maybe your husband. Oh my gosh, almost a full month? I bet that was nice. Having her around. We'll do the outside part first this time with the sponge. You could also do this with black too if you wanted. Doesn't have to be gray. And we didn't even fight once. Man, that's a successful trip. So funny, even no matter how old you get, they still get on your nerves sometimes. I know one thing, my kids are at that age, 15 and 12. Man, some days that's all they do is fight. Like, can you just act like you love each other for just 5 minutes, please? I know one day they will, once they're older and they have kids of their own. I'm sure they'll be best friends. But right now, whew, they gotta be separated sometimes. Okay, got the lines done. I'm just doing a little lines with almost a dry brush. Okay. Okay, so here's this one. Spooky. Okay, I got one more, and then our background should be dry on the part we painted, and we'll pull the tape off. And I always take a wet wipe or a paper towel, and I always wipe the paint off when I'm done if I'm trying to make sharp lines, because I like to keep my bristles really crisp. It's hard to do that if you got a bunch of blobbed paint on it. So I always clean after every one. Clean it off. part's kind of satisfying. Again, I just love like clean lines. This one, this always makes my OCD heart very happy until I mess up. Absolutely. I have a sister too. I actually have two sisters. One is, I'm the oldest. One is younger. She's 3 years younger than me. And then I have a sister that is 10 years younger than me. So I never really had that much in common with my youngest sister, just because, I mean, 10 years is like, we just have very different phases of life. But me and my sister that's 3 years apart, we've always been pretty close. But we don't live close either, so that makes it harder. And she has 3 kids, and I have 2 kids, and it just gets harder and harder to like do stuff because we're so busy. Okay, last one. Okay, we're going to go back to the background now. I'm going to brush it all away. Okay, now I'm going to try to reuse this tape on the other side. We'll see if it sticks good enough. And of course I laid my tape not close enough, so I'm going to have to fix that when I get done. Which you can always go back and touch up. And I'm going to use this little piece of tape so I don't paint that, even though there is paint there. Okay. I always try to reuse tape if I can, because I'm just going to throw it away anyways. But sometimes I'll have tape and it won't want to re-stick, but today it's doing pretty good. Oh, she's 4 years older than you. Yeah, that's about how me and my sister are. That's still close enough that you have stuff in common. Alright. Trying to get it over that like shiplap line because I don't want to get the paint down in the cracks. Okay, last piece. Alright, light pink it is. This brush. I'm going to not rinse off my brush yet because I think I'm going to have to touch up. Alright, let me move my sponge. I gotta get a drink. I am so thirsty. I was, before this live, I was blowing up balloons. I'm going to make a video after this. Because we finally hit 10K on our page, which I've been trying for over 6 years to get to 10K, which is really, really hard. And we finally hit it, so I'm going to do a little celebration video. So I was blowing up balloons, and the latex always dries me out. Makes me so thirsty. Alright, so now we got the cotton candy pink. Which this paint is a little thicker than the last, so it would have been a lot harder to distress. So I'm kind of glad I didn't choose that. And if you ever get paint on your edges, I always just take a wet wipe and while it's still wet and it wipes off super easy. Okay, I am loving this already. The thing about the cotton candy though is you definitely don't have to work so hard for it to cover. It is thick and it covers pretty good. I know, Amanda. I'm really excited. I finally hit that milestone. Only took 6.5 years. Oh. Did you need something?
Yeah.
What?
What's all this balloon stuff for?
We gotta make that video for that 10K. I was hoping you and your sister would help me.
What do you need to do?
I'm not quite sure yet. I got a couple ideas up my sleeve.
It's pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
I figured out what I'm doing for Halloween.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Skull Bane as a group.
What is that? 6'7"?
Mason 6'7".
No.
Yeah. 5 pictures.
Oh my goodness. Alright, well don't hit that stand there.
Alright.
Isn't this cute with the pinks? You like the pink ghost thing trend?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And guess what? It's supporting your selling platform on it.
No, so you're supporting a small business by getting it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Good for you. Alright. I'm gonna wipe off these edges. Make sure there's none on this edge. We got one more. And then we'll let it dry and we'll do our letters.
Why
So
don't you put a piece of tape right here?
so that I don't paint that part. I sometimes get very into my painting and don't pay attention and then I paint the wrong.
I'm already painting that ghost right there.
Huh?
I'm already painting that ghost right there.
Why am I not?
Right here.
Well, it's just, it just went over it. I'm not really painting the whole thing, just trying to make sure.
I'm trying to figure out what Cindy's making.
This takes a lot of
It's
this.
so pretty.
To what?
It's so pretty.
Yeah, I know. I purposely did that. Look at the color of these balloons. They're teal. And look how big it is. I saw them on Amazon and I'm like, oh yeah, you're mine. Teal number balloons? Come on. They're like the perfect teal too. So like pretty. Okay. Almost done. Oh no, I'm putting a paint on the other side. And I'm not sure if the ghosts like touch completely flat to where you don't see any colors. So I'm gonna go back on this one part. Like there's like a little crack where they come together and I'm not sure if you can see through it or not. Okay, there's one little thin part right here. And then we're gonna let this dry. And then I'm gonna do the letters and the eyeballs. I may have to add a second, I may have to touch up the light paint because it's kind of blotchy. It's hard to tell if it's even or not. But, here's how it's going so far. Put that over there. Okay. I think, if I can find my tape, I think I'm gonna do the little upside down tape trick for the eyeballs just to make it easier. So on the eyeballs, there is like a little bit of the center, it's like the eyeball and then a little circle inside the eyeball. So, I think it's going to be easier if we, I don't know if we just paint the whole thing black and then go over it with white, if it will be like white enough. Actually, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my chances. I'll let you know if it works. I'm going to go over the whole thing black, let it dry, and then paint over the black with white. I'll be the guinea pig. It's just going to be easier that way, instead of trying to go around the little etching lines, but I'm just taking my sponge and dragging it on with black. The 3 sets of eyeballs. And the other thing I was thinking about, so like the Hey Boo part, the letters, do I paint them black? I mean, I kind of want something, since there's so much color in the background. I don't know what other color I would do them if I didn't do black. I could do the Hey black, and then the BOO, I could do it pink. I don't know, what do you guys think? Definitely the Hey is going to have to be black because it's on that pink background. I mean, I guess you could do gray, but I think I'm going to go black for the Hey. And I originally was just going to do Boo black. Is that too boring? It's hard to tell without seeing. Yes, that is it. That spooky door hanger gave you that idea, didn't it? That spooky season. When I was painting that, I was like, man, these black letters, they need something. What is it that they need a little bit of color on them? That's a good idea, Amanda. That's what I'm going to do. Good idea. Can't go wrong with paint splatter. Do you think I should leave the Hey solid black since it's on a pink background? Probably should, and just a couple little white highlights on it or something. Because then I think it might be too busy. Bless you. Yes, I love it. Yes, black with pink splatter. Yeah. Good idea. I think it'd be cute. Okay. Pink splatter on the Hey too? Or just leave it solid? Or should we just look, how about all this? We'll wait till it dries and we'll lay it on there solid black and see what it looks like with the busy background and then decide from there. Sometimes you have to see it to know. You gotta lay it out and just get a real feel for it. So I'm gonna set these aside. And then we're gonna paint our Boos black. What I do know is when you do the paint splatter, you gotta make sure everything's out of the way because it gets everywhere. You end up splattering stuff you don't want paint on. Gotta get some more black paint. Yeah, I think so too, Amanda. And then just see what it looks like. That background's gonna be super busy. And the sponge has a little gray on it. It's putting gray on my black. Getting a new sponge. Okay. And I think even too, like on the traditional one, I think even the orange and purple would be cool. Like the spooky season colors, the black, white, orange, and purple. Orange and purple are really good together for Halloween. Then again, I like a little lime green in there too, so I'm unsure. Okay. Last letter. It's crazy that it's still like 85 degrees here. It's like it wants to be fall in the morning, and then by the end of the day, it's like summer. Not really fall vibes here yet. I had to do a fall show this weekend, and it was 87. I was sweating. I just wanted like one more little quick coat over it, just to make sure I didn't miss any spots and it's even. Okay. Get a wet wipe. I'm going to move everything out of the way because this splatter gets messy. Okay. You can move the ghost away, the hay away. And the ghost, they have little hands. Mine are white. I sprayed them white with the ghost. Which, now that I think about it, once I get them glued down, I might add a little bit of gray highlights to the hands too. Yes, we were just talking about you, April. Her ears must have been burning. Alright, let me move these eyeballs so we don't splatter them. Okay, so I think I've told you guys this before, but just in case I haven't. When I splatter stuff, I like to use these flat stencil brushes. You don't have to use these, you can use a regular paintbrush. I just find that these flat brushes, they work really good for splattering. But you can use a regular brush too if you don't have these. Just always like to tell people that because a lot of people probably never tried it before. People's already like, you got mine painted? Alright, first color, we're going to do the hot pink first. And the key with the splattering is, it's like, you don't want to get too much paint, but you don't want to get too little either. And I always just go, and again, you can put as much on there, or as little on there as you want. Although, this is not showing up very brightly. So, I may have to get a little heavier on the paint. So usually, like, sometimes too, when I splatter paint, I'll use spray paint to splatter paint, because it's way easier with spray paint can. But obviously I don't have a spray paint can right now. And the other thing is, when you have a darker color on a darker color, it doesn't really show up that good. So we're going to try the light pink now, and hope that it shows up more. Okay. It's messy, I'll tell you that. And I've learned too, if you want like big drops of splatter, if you take a little bit of paint and you water it down just a smidge, which I don't even have anything to put it in. I'm trying to think if I can find. I'm just going to dump a little water on my foil. If you water it down just a smidge, it makes it a lot looser, and then you can get the bigger droplets if you want it to. Let's see if I can't get it to do that. Or you can go like this if you get it that much wetter. So when I have signs, like I have a sign that I have to put fake blood on, I just water down red paint and I go out in the yard and I start pulling in it, and it looks like blood. But we'll see if. There we go. Ooh. Want a little. So really the trick is to water it down. I'm going to try it now with the darker pink. It just needs to be liquidy enough. There we go. I just have like a little thing of water and I put my brush in it and then put my brush in the paint. I'm just trying to get some bigger splatters or like little tiny Milky Way dots. Okay. Now that I'm covered in paint, I can feel it on my face. Yes. Yep. I still have sandals with pink splatter on them from doing it out in the yard one day. I was like, well, good thing I don't wear good clothes. Okay, so here's one with the two pinks, the light pink and the dark pink. So that's fun. I don't know if you can see it. I really kind of wish I could get some bigger drops on there. I might go back and try to get some bigger drops. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the eyeballs real quick now that the black is dry. I think, so a white paint marker would work, but with it being black, I think I'm going to go for white paint and the back of my paintbrush because I want it to be like really bright white. So I'm just going to take it, the paint on the back of my paintbrush and follow inside those little etching lines. And it covers over the black just fine. I mean, you could use a white paint marker, but it's going to take you probably 3 or 4 coats to get it bright white over this black. Okay. Don't drag your hand through it. I'm going to take these off so I don't get my hand in it. Or I'll just start over here next time. Okay, last set. When you do this with the paintbrush, just make sure that you don't touch it for a while because when you put it on this stick, it takes a hot minute for it to dry completely. There we go. Okay. And wipe the end of my brush off. Put it back. Alright. Eyeballs are done. Now we're going to take our tape off our background. See what we're working with. Because I'm pretty sure that I got to touch some spots up. Paper keeps wanting to come up right here. Okay. See what we're working with. Looking pretty good so far. See, like a tiny couple little spots touch up. Okay, so I'm going to get one of those angled brushes like I was using to do the little lines on the ghost. I'm just going to go across this bottom line, touch it up so it can go all the way down. Now I want to get in that other side. My tape was off. Put it up too high. Okay. Make sure there's no other spots. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my black paint marker, and I'm going to run it through this. I don't know if the big one's going to be too big. I'm going to do underneath where a ghost goes. I think I'm going to have to do the little one. Of course, my marker's about dead. I'm going to have to use the big one. I'm just going to follow these lines. You don't have to do this part, and it's just like it needs a little extra. I don't know what it needs. Just feels like it needs a little bit more boldness. There's some spots that the pink is like too far down in the thing. I'm gonna have to use some paint on a brush. What have I done now? Just make more work for myself. Okay, going in with a black brush. Run it down into that crack, and it just gives it a more finished look. You'll see what I'm talking about. Once I get this done, I'll show you. Yeah, thinner brush. Here we go. I wouldn't stress too much about the parts that the ghost goes over. I would just really focus on the parts you can actually see. Because you're never going to see the part. Okay. It's actually brighter in person than it is on the screen, but either way, you get the gist. I think. And I know this is kind of like really off the beaten path, but hear me out. I kind of feel like I want to put some, and I may just be kicking myself in the butt for doing this, but this is gray. And I don't know why that I want to do this, but putting a couple little white or gray distress marks. And I don't know why I want to do this. I don't know why. I have no reasoning behind it. Just distressing the edges a little with gray. You don't have to do this part. And it may make it look too busy, but my motto is just paint. You can always either take a wet wipe some of it off, or you can always go back over it with paint. So don't stress, it's just paint. And you never know until you try. And I barely did it. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you at the end once I get all the ghosts on. You can barely even see it. I don't know why I even feel like doing that, but sometimes you just gotta go with it. down. I'm gonna leave the Haywards for last because, again, we want to see what they look like. But the rest of the stuff, I'm gonna glue down. I would definitely lay your ghost out first because certain ghosts go in certain spots. So you want to make sure that you got your ghosties in the right spot before you just start gluing. Like this one was in the wrong spot. Exactly for that. That reason right there. Okay. And they do touch pretty tightly so you don't see any paint through the crack. Like I was wondering. Just so you know for when you do yours. Okay, first ghost is going down. This is gonna be so cute. Somehow got a blue drop, so now I gotta go back and touch that up too. This glue is strong, it's making my eyes burn. Okay. Hold these down for a second. Okay. I'm liking the pink. Okay, I'm gonna put their eyeballs in. Now I'm not sure if certain eyeballs go in certain spots or if they're all the same. We're gonna find out. So far, there hasn't seemed to be an issue. It might all be exactly the same. Once you put their eyeballs in, they come to life. Separate is touched on the eyeballs like I told you guys not to do. I'm every example of what not to do, guys. Okay. Now, you gotta lay it. Now you definitely want to lay out this part because you gotta really feel out how far up or down they need to go. So there is little indentations in the side of the ghost. Like there's little bulges to where the arms go. You'll see what I'm talking about, and I'll show you when I hold it up. But it kind of shows you where they go. Hello.
Finished my work.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I only have a little bit more.
Okay, that's cute.
It is cute, isn't it? Do you like the pink ghost thing?
I do like the pink ghost thing.
Yeah, me too. Looks cute. What have you been eating? Huh? You're busted, huh?
Came out here for the work.
Did it turn out good?
I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know yet.
Okay, I'm putting the arm in first with glue. And then I'm taking one of the letters. Because I just want something to go by to where I know where this letter needs to go. So I put the first hand, I glued it down. Now, I'm going to put the letter in. I hope that I got it right. Yeah. You guys, wait till you see this. I know you can't see very much of it right now. It's kind of like a little bit of a surprise. Except for I just drugged my finger through the eyeball again. I'm gonna touch it up last because. Okay, hand down first. Oh my gosh. Then the letter. Hello, baby. Uh-oh. This almost messed up. But I didn't. Okay. Phew. This one's kind of tricky. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about as soon as I get it glued down. And we have to highlight these hands with gray a little bit. They need a little bit of personality. But the splatter looks A++. I think I might do the hay. I'm going to let you guys help me decide. Okay. I get some gray on the hands. And I'm just going to take and just put a little line. I'll show you guys when I get it done. Just doing one little line in gray. And then I gotta go back and touch up his eyeball that I messed up with the same brush. Make sure I didn't touch up any other ones. Okay. How stinking cute. Okay, so what I was talking about was, see how there's a little circle indent? That's how you know where his hand is supposed to lie. Just one on each ghost. It looks so much cuter in person because you can't even barely see the splatters on here. And then see the lines I put on the hands just to give it a little character. You can't even see the gray on the background either. See that little distressed gray right there? I think I might add a little, I don't know. Okay, now we gotta see. Okay, I know it's going to be hard to do because it's not glued down, but should we splatter it? You really can't even see the splatters from here, so I really don't think it's going to hurt anything. Or should I just put like white squiggly, like white highlights on it? Because it definitely needs some white, because there's white all the way on the right side, and it needs some white on the left. I like to balance it out. What do y'all think? So arm, letter, then the other arm. Yes, you got that right, Amanda. Because there's little things in the side to show you where the arm is. But definitely lay it all out and get the feel for where it goes before you glue anything down. Yeah, splatter it. I think so too. Yep. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Okay, a little water, little paint. Here we go again. Oh, the splatter's a little bigger. Why didn't I just do this on the other one? Come on. Okay. Why wouldn't I just drop my brush in gray? Okay, that looks cute. I think I'm still gonna put a little white highlight on each one. It's like, I can't not do it. It's just not in my DNA. Okay, here we go in the light pink. Oh yeah. It's a fly. I can't wait for you guys to see the picture because this doesn't do justice on this camera. When you guys see tomorrow, so stinking cute. Okay. Let me glue this on, and then I'll put the string on and hold it up for you. You guys, I got splatter all the way over here. But luckily, the one is underneath the letter. Just gotta wipe that one off. Oh, one here. There we go. Oh. So definitely make sure you have your splatters away from your pieces. And don't put your H upside down. So just try to do that. There's the H.
They turned out really good.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Looks great.
Bailey made a new dessert for us tonight. They're like s'mores brownies. I'm excited to try one after this. Okay.
I brought Ryder in here for you.
I see that. Oh my gosh. Let me put the string in and let this dry for a second. I don't want my letters to fall down. This is so stinking cute. Oh. Now these holes at the top are a little bigger. Not too big, but they might take more. They might take 2 double knots at the top. Okay, hold on. I gotta do one more thing, and then I'm gonna show you. Get my little marker out real quick. How stinking cute is that? I'm gonna show you the splatter up close. Tomorrow you're gonna, when I share pictures, you're gonna see so much more of it. Because you can, it just doesn't do justice to it in this. How stinking cute. Even if you don't like pink, non-traditional. This is so cute. Okay. So, after I get off of here, I'm gonna eat a s'mores brownie. And then I'm going to do the traditional one, and then I'll share pictures in this group tomorrow for you to see, so you can decide whether you want to do traditional or non-traditional. I think so too, Amanda. I think so too. Also, I want to remind you guys, if you don't get to yours until a month later, we're going to lose this video in this group after a month. So I'm going to put this over on YouTube tomorrow. So if you ever need to go find an old video, the link to my YouTube is pinned at the top of this page, or in this group. So you can always find the videos over on YouTube if it's been longer than a month. Alright guys, if you end up having any other questions, or you have any trouble once you get to your project, you can always let me know. I'm always here to help. And I will share pictures tomorrow. One last time. Look how cute that is. So cute. Alright guys, have a good night. Let me know if you need anything. Bye guys.